2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Emmanuel quickly.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. We've got Daniels, MP out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Reza Shea, and it's Young in at the point. And for Toronto, the guard set is Quickly and Barrett. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. And it's Ingram in at the 3. So Shams, the Raptors finally traded their terrific wings, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. We know how the other teams that got those players made out. New York and Indiana, they were terrific and helped those teams. How did the Raptors make out when all was said and done?
Both of those players were upcoming free agents. It was difficult to judge the trade market. But with that said, the Raptors were able to get draft picks plus young, exciting talent like Canadian R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. But let's factor in the biggest key here. It's Scotty Barnes. He is their future. He's their untouchable. He's who that front office feels great about as their cornerstone moving forward.
Love Barnes. Love him. Here's Pirtle. Following the basket by MP. Goes up to the stripe. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And the whole court is open for Ingram. He's got the accuracy to hit that from mid-range.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Young, no good. Toronto, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Here's Barrett. Rebound by the Hawks. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
And Shams, like us, you travel all over the country for the NBAs. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen, I love going to L.A. because you see multiple teams coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making the best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA city?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those 3 cities have kind of stuck out to me. I enjoy them a lot.
Those are the best of the best, Kevin. We're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento one of these days. Let's go to Charlotte.
I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento one day. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped the 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've been coming.
They love their games. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last game against the Heat had some terrific plays. He scored 14 points, and he capitalized quite a few times from distance, which was huge. And his play is what allowed them to finally bust free. Snapping a losing streak like that is huge for a team's confidence. Kevin, it will be interesting to see if he can help them get another W tonight.
Thank you, D.A. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, in that last one, he was making plays all over the court. No one could match up with him.
Pretty much in attack mode the whole evening. We'll see if he plays with that same level of aggression here tonight. Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Here's Reza Shea, quickly covering, 5 to shoot. And Pirtle sends it back.
Active defense from Jakob Pirtle, that's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
And the Hawks trail by 3. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Matthews out there with LeVert. Then it's Okongwu. Then it's MP. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Here's MP. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap's numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. Now, man shoots over Walter. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Man's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Shed. LeVert defending. Dick. Johnson with the block. Pass to LeVert. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. 13 feet away. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Here's Dick. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Dick's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Reza Shea is coming in for Jalen Johnson. Daniels, he's checked in for Mann. Young is subbed in for Karis LeVert. Here's Young. 8 points for him. Inside. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Barnes. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, you love the commitment from Scotty Barnes. Made his decision, makes the contact, and the end one.
The Raptors shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Pass to Daniels. And here is Capella. MP inside. Barnes on him. Here's Rieseshay. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Daniels. Screen by Capella. Daniels with it, outguarded by Ingram. MP outside. Shoots the three. And Rieseshay, the bucket on the assist by MP. Rieseshay has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And he banks in the layup. And the Raptors lead by 1.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks on top, up by 1. And we'll be back right after this.
Hey everybody, always a fascinating story. Our first order of business. Let's catch you up on some trades around the league.
An intriguing move for them. Landing Markkanen. Man, he'll help that space that they create on the floor.
And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job this.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. The guard set is Quickly and Barrett, and it's Ingram at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Young, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
2 points, that one goes. Ingram's got the game tied up here for Toronto.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Daniels with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Offline with his 3. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Barnes can't get it to go. Here's Atlanta now. Daniels passes to Young. And here is Capella, defended by Pirtle. Capella kicks to MP. MP, the triple is down the hatch.
MP letting it fly with no hesitation.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Second team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Young's shot is good. And it's a 5-point Hawks lead.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Pirtle kicks to Ingram. Rebound by the Hawks.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And the dunk by Capella.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. 7-point differential. Pass to Barnes. To the middle to end the run, and the dunk by Pirtle.
I think this guy is a threat to throw it down every time Pirtle gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
MP against Ingram. 11 feet away. It's rebounded by Quickly. Quickly's got 4 rebounds in this game. Drives to the hoop. Lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 3-point Atlanta lead.
Boy, when Quickly drives, you see that suddenness, and there's also a control there. Both are important.
1:51 left in the third. Daniels with it, now guarded by Pirtle. 6 on the shot clock. Daniels with it, Pirtle's there, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Daniels has got his second basket of the game. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
You must have left your dancing shoes at home.
Go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Johnson comes in for MP. Mann's checked in for Daniels. Both teams making substitutions here. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Barnes against MP. Back to Young. With the drive. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists in the game. On the court right now for the Hawks. Reza Shea is out there with MP. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Daniels. And it's Capella in at the center position.
We know Scottie Scotty Barnes will embrace the physicality. That score is about concentration.
Riza in the corner. Daniels kicks to Young. Hawks passing it around. MP passes to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Kept alive. Here's Capella, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Pirtle.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And yes, it's good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Young dishes to Capella. Pass to Daniels. Riza with it. Now Young. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Pass to Dick. So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Onyeka Okongwu.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
It's Ingram on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. Ingram against Matthews. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
An all-star in this league. I think Ingram still flies a bit under the radar, but Brandon can be a #1 option, no doubt.
Ingram taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. Now here's LeVert. Outside Matthews. And here's LeVert. Okongwu with a screen on quickly. MP up top. Atlanta again missing. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says it.
Great win tonight, MP.